world's most wanted man was hiding, just 1.3 kilometers from a Pakistani military academy. For nearly a decade, the CIA had nothing. No calls, no confirmed sightings, nothing. Until one name changed everything: Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti. In the fall of 2001, just weeks after the Twin Towers fell, the CIA's Counterterrorism Center set up a single objective: find Osama bin Laden.
Shortly after I got into office, I brought Leon Panetta privately into the Oval Office, and I said to him, we need to redouble our efforts in hunting bin Laden down.
But as the dust from September 11th settled, bin Laden vanished, like smoke in the Hindu Kush Mountains. Intelligence dried up. Agents chased shadows in caves, intercepted chatter, and followed leads across 5 continents. Still, nothing stuck. For years, he was a ghost. A CIA analyst stared at a satellite image of Pakistan. Zoomed in. A compound. Nothing unusual until you saw the walls. 20 feet high, barbed wire, no internet, no phone lines, no one ever left, and no one ever came. But the man who lived there never showed his face.
There's no reason this house should even exist. Trash burned in the backyard, no visitors, no kids going to school. This isn't normal. Someone doesn't want to be found. And I think we know who.
The turning point didn't come from a photo or a drone feed. It came from a name: Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti. For years, the CIA believed bin Laden was using couriers to communicate. Abu Ahmed was one of them, but no one knew what he looked like. No confirmed location, just a whisper from a detainee in a CIA black site. In 2007, NSA analysts intercepted a call. The voice was coded cautious, but one phrase repeated, "The Sheikh sends his prayers." The CIA followed the signal, Karachi. Then it went dark, again. Months passed, until August 2010. A surveillance team tracked a white SUV to a 3-story compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. The license plate was registered to no one. The man inside? A tall figure, always in shadows, never seen outside, never used a phone.
There was this very important lead with regards to the couriers, and almost immediately it raised great suspicions. My first reaction when they described the compound in Abbottabad was that we had something very unusual. The number of people that we saw in the compound seemed to match the number of family members that might be with bin Laden.
Langley buzzed with tension. Every floor, every hallway. The agency called it the intelligence jackpot. But no one could say for certain that bin Laden was inside.
This was a very difficult decision, in part because the evidence that we had was not absolutely conclusive. This was circumstantial evidence that he was going to be there.
Over the next 8 months, CIA drones flew loops around the compound. A mock version of the house was built in North Carolina. Navy SEALs practiced breaching the walls over and over. Every possible scenario, including failure. Inside the Situation Room, pressure was boiling. The room was silent. A decision had to be made. The plan? Infiltrate Pakistani airspace undetected. 2 Black Hawk helicopters. 24 Navy SEALs. A dog named Cairo. Operation codename Neptune Spear.
It was the longest 40 minutes of my life, with the possible exception of when Sasha got meningitis when she was 3 months old, and I was waiting for the doctor to tell me that she was all right. It was a very tense situation.
The choppers lifted off from a base in Afghanistan. An hour later, just meters above the compound wall, disaster. 1 Black Hawk spun into a controlled crash. No explosion, no alarms. The mission was still alive.
It was a good 15 or 20 minutes of silence in the sense of what exactly was going on in there. Those were very long and tortuous moments, waiting for the word.
At the top floor behind a bedroom door was a 6 feet 5 inches man. His beard dyed black, no weapon, no bodyguards, just standing.
The code word Geronimo came across. All of the months of gathering intelligence, all of the questions suddenly were answered in that moment when we heard Geronimo.
The SEALs gathered DNA, photos, hard drives, a trove of intelligence. Then they lifted off into the night, leaving behind the broken tail of a helicopter and a burning question. How did the world's most wanted man live for years in the shadow of Pakistan's military without anyone knowing?
We think that there had to be some sort of support network for bin Laden inside of Pakistan. But we don't know who or what that support network was. We don't know whether there might have been some people inside of government, people outside of government, and that's something that we have to investigate, and more importantly, the Pakistani government has to investigate.
The CIA had finally done it. The man they hunted for 10 years was gone.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world. The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda.
But in Langley, there were no high fives, no celebration, just silence. Because one truth haunted them all. For every bin Laden, there's always another shadow waiting to rise. His compound was demolished by Pakistani authorities. The body buried at sea, no grave, no shrine, just the sea. But the real story wasn't how he died, it was how close he lived. Hiding in plain sight, just 0.8 miles from Pakistan's West Point. And the only thing that found him was patience, silence, and the quiet hum of a name, Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti. But the story didn't end with a bullet. It ended in the middle of the Arabian Sea. Why did the US choose to bury the world's most wanted man in the ocean? Within hours of his death? The answer is just as controversial as the mission itself. Tap here to watch our in-depth breakdown on why Osama bin Laden was buried in the sea. You won't believe the real reasons.